Guys. So I think we're live, and I think my audio is audible after like 3-4 tries. Let's see. Guys. So I think we're live, and I think yes, audio is finally working. Uh, if you're here in this live video, you will probably not be here because there have been like 3-4 notifications already, and I've been canceling it due to technical issues. But well, uh, it was match day 26, and football did return once again in the form of Bundesliga. All right, so for all the Bundesliga fans, and moreover, let's not segregate. It's for all the fans, for all football fans. It has been one of the best days, and it was like watching live football, watching those lads play, watching Dortmund versus Schalke, that historic derby. Two clubs are just like 32 kilometers apart. So watching that match, uh, and that match was the first match when football reopened in Germany. So it was really, really breathtaking. And yes, when we talk about the match, we did see a lot of goals. 4-0. Yes, I have noted down everything here, and there's a lot to talk about. So let's begin this match review with the basics, which is the formation. Both teams played 3-4-3. So now let's talk about the players. Uh, so Dortmund started off with their usual formation, and what they have been playing in this season. Most of the time, they have been playing this and deploying this set of players and like this combination of players. Yes, Jadon Sancho was missing in the beginning, but let's see the lineup. Berkey started as the goalkeeper. Akanji, Hummels, Piszczek, the three central defenders, or the three players in the line of defense. The mid four were Guerrero Hakimi playing the wide role, and inside Dahoud and Delaney. Dahoud had a great game. We'll be coming to that. And up front, the front three: Julian Brandt, Haaland, the wonder kid, and Thorgan Hazard. Brilliant team, I feel, and one of the strongest teams, definitely one of the strongest teams in Bundesliga. But yes, in the European structure, I think they can compete really well. Well, let's talk about the Schalke. They did play a 3-4-3, but at times it looked like 3-4-2-1 or something. The front three were being rolled out. Sometimes it was one cam and two forwards, and sometimes it was like two center halves, center forwards, and one striker. So the back three were Nastasic, Sane, and Todibo. Sane is a big guy, and he did play very, very well. Schubert was in between the stakes. He's a young prospect, and having like played for the German national team in the age group category of under 21, I guess he shows great promise. The mid four was Oxipka, Sorder, McKennie, and Kenny. Kenny and Oxipka playing as in a wider role. Harit Caligiuri, he's famous for scoring against Dortmund, and Rahman up front as a striker. So from the scoreline, just talking about the first aspect of this game for the people who have seen and for the people who don't know, the scoreline is 4-0. Dortmund has literally thrashed Schalke, but yes, that's what you will find when you see just the scoreline. But getting into the match deeper, Schalke didn't play bad. Schalke definitely did not play bad. It was just that Dortmund was better. Schalke did not play bad. They did not make a hell lot of mistakes that actually looks like in the scoreline. Scoreline feels like Schalke has actually made a tremendous amount of mistakes, numerous mistakes, and then suffered. No, the goals you will see, apart from the second goal, the goals you will see that has been scored by Dortmund, they were really clinical. And the passing, the creativity, and the finishing was definitely top notch for Dortmund. But that's where Schalke actually lacked. They lacked in the creativity, the composure, and most importantly, they lacked finishing. So this is what happened in the whole game. Uh, but in the beginning, we could see Dortmund creating chances more, but also missing more. Haaland did miss a couple of chances in the beginning, but yes, he converted. So let's talk about the goals. When we want to talk about the goals, it's only going to be black and yellow. At 29th minute, Haaland did break the deadlock. So for the ones who have not seen, you have missed a brilliant flick by uh, Julian Brandt. A brilliant flick which was very, very key to the pass. So the flick was after the flick, uh, Haaland did score a great goal. Uh, he's a clinical finisher. He's a clinical finisher. When inside the box, if he gets the ball, we all know that yes, there will be a score. So that was Haaland's 10th goal for Dortmund in his ninth game. So that's one more than one goal per game, and for a 19-year-old and in a top flight, it's really impressive, and it's really impressive with how Dortmund is actually moving forward and how Haaland is actually being the talisman for Dortmund. All right. So the next goal came in the 45th minute, which was Guerreiro again, a great run by the left hand side, and Guerreiro is right now, I feel, one of the most underrated players, and he was really fast. He was really fast from the left hand side. Uh, then then a great pass by, like, first the ball came to Dahoud, which was because Haaland pressed Schubert, and there was a defensive mistake, and Schubert gave up the ball to uh, in the Dortmund defense to Dahoud. Then a pass to Brandt, and then Brandt to Guerreiro. Guerreiro, a good run from the left hand side, and a precise finishing. He has a great left foot, and we did see it, and we will talk about the next left-footed goal that he scored from the left hand side. A great ball. Yes, the goalkeeper could have reached it, and that goal was a type of goal which could have been defended by the defense, but because there were around 3-4 players, maybe not four, 3 players, definitely 3 players in the Schalke defense that could have closed down faster and could have, like, created the chance where they would have, like, defended that goal. All right, on to the next goal. It was Schalke attacking, and as usual, Dortmund's uh, flagship play, which is breaking out suddenly, surprising the opposition with pace and proper, accurate passes. That's exactly what happened. So a lethal break, uh, and there was Haaland and there was Hazard running. So Haaland from Hazard, and thumping goal by Hazard. It was a brilliant goal. In my opinion, I think Hazard has scored better goals, but this was actually, like, this looked like one of the best he has scored. It was his sixth of the season, and then after that, followed by in the 63rd minute, Guerreiro scores his seventh of the season. Again, a run from the right, a pass to Haaland, and Haaland somehow balances it, holds the defender, and a pass from the with his left foot. And yes, now let's talk about the finish that Guerreiro did. It was a brilliant finish from with his left foot outsider, and it was a curl, and it was like he was playing FIFA. It was like he was playing FIFA. He was using in the controller the RB, and then you do the finish shot. If you're a FIFA player, you know what I'm talking about. It's that good. Yeah, let's talk about the injuries now. So we have covered all the 4 goals, but let's talk about the injuries. Uh, there would have been a bad injury to Serdar as Delaney came on with a elbow, came on with a, like, sharp elbow and in a header, and it could have caused a major injury to Serdar there. So a yellow card, is it deserving? Yes, absolutely. Uh, And then again there was a deserved yellow card, but it was by Sane when in the second half who fouled Haaland. Like he actually stepped on his feet, and it probably caused a cut on Haaland's ankle, which did worry a couple of Dortmund fans back at home, not at the stadium, of course. Back at home, I could see text messages where everyone was like worried about how this might cause a problem. But after a few seconds, Haaland was up and running again, so everybody calmed down. Let's talk about the players now. Let's talk about the players. Uh, the very strange thing that happened today was Reina getting injured, and he got injured during the warm up. So I am not sure about what kind of injury he has had. Probably a pulled muscle or something like that. Hope he recovers soon from it. So Reina got injured and Thorgan Hazard filled in, and yes, he scored a goal and did justice to Reina's absence. Uh, Delaney and Hummels, I don't know why they were looking very, very similar today, uh, but but Delaney did uh, play a bit nasty today because he had few chances where he could have gone lighter on the player, but he deliberately went on with the tackle and pushed. And yes, the elbow on Serder could have caused a lot of misery to the player. Uh, Now let's talk about Baledi, who came on for his 11th game, which I feel was a great decision by Lucien Favre because it's a big game, and for if you want your young prospects to grow, he's 21 years old. If you want your young prospects to grow, you have to play them in the big game. And there was nothing to lose in this game. They were winning 4-0, and that was the best time for. Like Gallardo to come in and show some of his skills. And as far as I remember it, Philip Lahm also made his UCL debut like that, where Bayern was actually losing to some team. I don't remember it exactly. I'm really sorry about it. But that's how great players have started. So uh, Next comes Julian Brandt. There was a lot of tricks and a lot of flicks by Julian Brandt. He did play a bit fancy, which could have caused a lot of trouble to Dortmund, but somehow he managed it with his skills, and somehow he made sure that the flicks and tricks that he was doing was on point. Uh, Lucas Piszczek, a fact about him, he's the second oldest scorer in the 21st century for Dortmund. I think that's a fact. Now let's talk about a few players from Schalke. Juan Miranda came on. Very, very, very good decision by David Wagner. It's a game they're losing, but there's no point trying to like go about. Yes, they have came back from 4-0 4-0 trailing games, but yes, in this game it was very, very tough for them because you know it was not that Schalke was playing bad. It was that Schalke was not playing as good as Dortmund. Dortmund was creative, clinical, and they actually took the chances properly, which uh, Schalke did lack. Where Schalke was not good uh, at when it comes to composure. Schalke wasn't good enough when it came to finishing. We could see Matunda dribbling inside and trying to dribble past everyone, Hummels with the tackle, and then Matunda should have gone down or should have kept on dribbling once he lost or to get the ball back when Hakimi snatched it from it. Rather than that, he went for a tackle, and that got him the first yellow card of this season. So if he would have gone down, they would have probably got a penalty. Sorry, not a penalty, a free kick in a very, very good position where they could have got a consolation goal. But even if they have don't get that consolation goal, that yellow card might come and haunt them in the future. So they must have the composure in the final third. And yes, definitely they must finish. They must take their chances. They did get a few chances. Yes, they did not get a lot of chances, and that's the credit goes to the way Dortmund has defended. But overall, it was a really good game. The two stadiums, 32 kilometers apart. That's like 20 miles, I guess. So a very good game and one of the most famous games. So I'm really happy that Bundesliga is back. We could see a lot of restrictions, and yes, we could see a new rule, which is five substitutions in a match. It felt really weird to get five substitutions because we are used to watching three, and then we think about whom to sub in and whom to sub off, and it's like half of the team, almost half of the team, you can sub in or sub out at your will. So I think we are going to take some time to get used to it, but nonetheless, it was a brilliant match by Dortmund. 3 points again, and they are, I think, now 4 points ahead of Leipzig. So Leipzig, I think they are going to come back. Yes, so they won't leave this very easily. And I think that summarizes the match review. But to all the people who are going to make posts about how Dortmund thrashed Schalke, they did, but there was not very much, not a lot of difference between how the both teams play. So with that, I'm going to end this review and hope you're safe, and most importantly, please stay healthy and please abide by all the rules that your government is uh, imposing, and they are doing it for your benefit. So support the doctors, support the nurses, support the people who are keeping the environment clean. And yes, you have a responsibility to keep yourself clean, keep your environment clean, keep your family safe. So let's be responsible. And yes, Bundesliga is back. So I think we are going to see a lot of sports action and a lot of reviews as well. And I'm really sorry about this bad quality because we had plans of going live, but we did not get the equipments on time. Did not get the equipments before lockdown. But anyway, we are going to go live, and hopefully you are going to share it. And again, I apologize for the bad video quality and, of course, the bad audio quality. Hopefully, after the lockdown gets over, we can improve our setup and give you a better experience. So till then, keep following Bundesliga. There were around 26 to 27K viewers just in Hotstar, and in the TV, I think there were like lakhs and millions. So all over the world. So that concludes today's match day 26, Dortmund versus Schalke Rivera Derby. So till then, we'll see you in the next match.